Join me as I show you how I am turning views into actual paying clients with an AI appointment setter. Now, many coaches, they spend their time creating all this content that they're proud of, but it just doesn't seem to get the views and it never actually turns into any result. That is the problem we're solving, because the common misconception is that you have to get thousands, hundreds of thousands of views to make any money, but that is just a lie. It's about the quality of the view that you're getting rather than the actual quantity. 100 quality views of people who are actually engaged in what you have to say and what you have to sell are much better than 10,000 views of people that just like watching your stuff because it makes them laugh. You're not making this content to be a clown. Now that'll end today, because I'm going to dive deep into the AI appointment setter that is genuinely able to turn views and followers into paying clients. Now, if you still believe that AI isn't quite there yet, let me show you this. Remember, China announces the world's first AI hospital. AI is in the health industry. AI is disrupting the movie industry. AI is detecting breast cancer at a rate that doctors cannot. So don't tell me that your appointments aren't able to be set by an AI appointment setter. Now, there might be a couple challenges that you're facing with turning views into actual paying clients. Maybe you don't know the system, so you don't know how to actually turn it on. It's starting to rain a little bit. 2, you don't know the sales process of how to actually convert a cold conversation into a booked appointment. 3, you don't know what tools to use, or you don't have the time to actually do it by yourself. Now let's actually dive in and I'll show you the systems that I've actually used to do this, book appointments, book meetings. Now, see, it all starts with the actual attention. Attention is the new currency. If you take one thing away from this video, attention is the new currency. So it all starts with attention. And the form that you're going to get your attention is going to be either your content or Facebook ads. Facebook ads is a surefire way to get people in front of your content and actually end up following you. And then your content itself, when you're posting organically, turning this into followers is how you're going to turn conversations into clients. Now, let's keep rolling with this. So we got the content. Now the content is going to go to a follow. So you're either going to run following ads, or your content is organically going to get you more followers, or you just have another system of getting followers. These are the two main ones that you should be working on. So the follow. This is basically the opt-in form that they are signing to say, yes, you can message me. I like your stuff. I like what you're doing. Boom. And the follower then goes into the open. Now, my team actually handles the opens for the clients that I have, but you could do it yourself if you decided to. And the open is basically what is going to spark the initial conversation. And this is one of the most important questions, because if you don't say the right thing, you're not going to get the right response to trigger the entire conversation, right? If you say something weird at the start, I'm not going to reply. So why would somebody else reply? So from the open, my best open that I would go for is, hey, name, appreciate the follow. Are you here for the vids? Or are you looking to get jacked? Or are you looking to get in shape? Or are you looking to juggle better? Whatever you might be selling. So that's the open. And then this is the point where the AI actually gets triggered. It's from the open into the black box. And the black box, there's a thing called the black box theory. And it states that if you don't know the process of what's between the lines of your input and your output, then it doesn't matter, because if it works, then it works. And the black box is actually the AI in this situation. It is getting really rainy out here. The black box is the AI in this situation. And what the black box does, or quote unquote the AI, is it does your follow-up. It's trained to sound, it's trained to sound exactly like you. And it has been loaded with a database of your past conversations, your past knowledge, whatever we can get our hands on is uploaded with that information so it sounds exactly like you. But we implement my sales process that has been used to make millions of dollars, not if my personal take home, but this is a system that I learned from somebody making millions of dollars with it. And I took it and used it in my own system. So from the black box, the AI does the follow-up. The AI sends the initial message of the desire. What are your big goals? Current. Where are you at now? Creating the pain with the gap. And then going into what are your roadblocks? So say if we're in fitness, it's being like, what's been slowing you down from losing 20 pounds, right? And then they actually start selling themselves. And this process is dialed. I'm going to make a video for sure on the process, the entire sales process. And then from the roadblocks, you go into the why now. Why do you have to do this now? Now, this step actually increases, one, the show rate, and it also increases the amount of people that say and agree to a call. And then it goes into the call, and the AI then goes in and it books the appointment. Mind you, this is all while the client or the prospect still believes that he's talking to you. We're at a point where if it's behind a screen, you can't tell if you're talking to a human or if you're talking to AI. This AI responds faster than any human. There's actually a stat that if you respond within the first minute to a lead, you are 390% more likely to close that lead. Insane stat. And then from that booked call, when you have calls in your calendar, it's about volume and it's about your sales skill. But that is for another video. So if you actually want to test out how this AI setter works, you can DM me, Blue Walker, at Blue. Then from the sales calls, you got to go. And then with the sales calls, that is where you get the clients. Now, if you want to actually, and from those sales calls, and from these sales calls, that is actually where you're going to get your clients. It's a volume game. And that is why this AI setter is going to set more appointments than a VA. It's going to set more appointments than you. It's going to sound like you more than a VA would. So it's a common misconception that AI isn't there yet. Now, if you actually want to try this entire AI setter for itself, it looks stupid simple, but let me tell you, it is super complicated. I've spent hundreds, if not thousands of hours actually learning how to build these and having a team to build them. If you want to try this AI setter for yourself and see it in action and not just simple black box theory, then DM me AI demo. So my account name is blue__walker on Instagram. Now I have the AI already set up in my DMs. It'll run you through a demo and you can actually see how it works and how it interacts with you. That's it for this video. Short and sweet. AI is either going to work for you or it's going to work against you.